Good morning. Good morning. It is Tina Lorraine, your certified abundant life coach. And it's day 30 of the 30-day life challenge. I made it, guys. I made it. And the crowd cheered. I'm going to remember day 30 if I don't remember none of the rest of them. I was struggling with remembering what day it was. But today is day 30. But you know what? I found out that we're starting another challenge for the month of May. So now I've been looking so forward to this being the last day, not because I don't love you guys, love being on with you guys, but just to kind of get a time to pause and breathe and found out here we go again. Here we go again next month. So although this is supposed to be day 30 and the last day, we got to do it again in May, guys. So good morning to you. Happy, friendly, fantastic Friday. I have to put my adjectives on there. So I'm coming on briefly to talk about there are no hard and fast rules when it comes to your life. Work out your own salvation, right? Work out your own salvation. When I looked at salvation this morning, I was, meditating on kind of that scripture and some other things. And salvation means, let me see, I can't talk this morning. Preservation or deliverance from harm, ruin, or loss. So, are you preserving your life from harm, ruin, or loss? I was thinking about that. Why? Because I was thinking about our thoughts and what in our thoughts what harms you? What ruins you? What makes you lose yourself in the way that you think? Do your thoughts make you forget who you are? Do they make you forget who is inside of you? Does it make you forget the power that's emanating from you? So I was thinking about that whole scripture and how, sometimes, those of us who identify as Christian, however your spiritual belief is, but we take like certain scriptures and we kind of connect them to how good or bad you are. So it's like, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. It's like, ooh, be very good or you're going to be in trouble. If you're bad, you're going to hell. And I just, I share with you that I'm a spirit-led coach, but I just don't believe that. I don't believe it has anything to do with that. You're working out your life. You're working out the things in your life that will keep you from hurt, harm, danger, and ruin. What do we say? Preservation or deliverance from harm, ruin, or loss. And what are you doing in your life that's harming you? What are you doing that's ruining you? What are you doing that's making you lose your identity? Those are the things that's your salvation. It's not how good or bad you are, because if you believe in Jesus or whatever you believe in, that's the sacrifice for the sin. So it's not about how good and bad you are. It's about, are you really moving as a spirit being within this world we're in? Are you really utilizing the power that's within you? That's what it's about, if you really think about it. We're always creating. We are spirit beings, right? Even though we're housed in these old earth suits, we're still spirit. So how much of us have we forgotten because we just have taken on, and when I say the traditions of the world, I'm not saying, again, it's not coming from sin conscious. What's good? It's a party. Are you a partier? Or do you drink and all this other stuff? I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about just good people, regular old people, average people who are waking up every day and choosing to live their life in an average type of manner. Choosing to believe that all that's there for them is just average. It's just what they know. It's just what they see. In other words, even the ones who are maybe going to church on Sunday, but all during the rest of the week is pretty much like Church is for inspiration, and that's great. And it gives me enough inspiration to get through my average life because I'm really miserable with my life, but I don't know what to do about it. That's what I'm talking about. That's working out your own salvation. Because who should be average? Who should be living average down here? Nobody is average. You're not average. You're birthed from love. You're birthed from God. God is inside of you. Is God average? You would never agree that God was average. So therefore, who's in you? Who are you? You're not average. You're unique. You're unique. If you believe that scripture that you are uniquely and wonderfully made, then what's unique about your life? What's unique about you? Are you exploring those things? I hope you are, because that's working out your own salvation. There's no hard and fast rules for what God is telling you to work out your own salvation. What's going to keep you preserved and walking in that dignity and that power that God has put into you? That's why it says work out your own, because we're so busy in everybody else's pots. Like, what are they doing, or what is she doing? What about what you doing? Look in the mirror. What are you doing or not doing? And I say that in love because I have to question myself every day. Are you working out your own salvation, Tina? With fear and trembling. Meaning it's with fear and trembling, with reverence for the life, for the respect for the gift of your life. Being respectful of the life that you have been given. Being mindful to utilize it to the best of your abilities, using all of your talents and gifts, using all your creativity, using all the power, the imagination, the visualizations, all of it. Are you utilizing everything? Are you understanding that the universe and the resources of the universe are working for your good? Not you working for not the opposite way. I mean, we're all gifted in many areas for different things. Are you utilizing the gifts? Are you following the dreams that God has placed in your heart? Or are you just settling? And it doesn't have to be some grandiose, big deal like what the world considers. You don't have to own a tower or build a castle or do something that's huge. It's just, are you honoring your life to the best of your ability, being the best version of you, and recognizing all the power that you are, that you're a spiritual being, that you're a creative force, that you have a uniqueness that you bring, a light that you shine to this world, that it has nothing to do with anybody else, that nobody else can shine like you can shine because there's only one of you. Are you recognizing that? Day 30. Day 30. In other words, this book called A Course in Miracles, what Made Easy. Oh, it's right here, because I was reading it this morning. A Course in Miracles Made Easy says it this way. Stop doing what hurts you and start doing what heals you. Now, don't take that and make it all holy. Stop doing what hurts you. It's simple. And start doing what heals you. And it doesn't mean all the time that it's something that has to do with how good you are, how bad you are, or whether you was partying last night or you smoked a cigarette or whatever. It's not that that type of stuff is just, those are just habits that can be broken. Things that are, but I'm talking about things that are harming your spirit, that are harming the way that you were built for this life, that are harming the way you move and live and have your being in God. Are you really fulfilling what you were sent here for? Are you really opening that accounting business, or starting that cleaning business, or helping that neighbor that needs some wisdom in their lives, or that young person who you just see is going down the wrong path or doing some things because they're confused and they're trying to figure themselves out, and they're just like, I have I have these things that I like to do, but I don't know exactly how to incorporate them into my life to make it prosper for me. Are you helping that one? Are you helping yourself to utilize everything within your life? Are you being that ultimate version, that ultimate creator of good in your life, in everybody else's life? Whoever's in your path, whoever God has given you to touch. Because it is about us, but it's also about other people. So, stop doing what hurts you and start doing what heals you. What heals you? My coach says, follow your bliss. Are you following your bliss? Outside of, I think most of us would agree that if you're working, like a job, a dead-end job, or one that is not necessarily in alignment with what you love to do, it's not igniting your passion, it's not really motivating you, it just, all it does is make you begrudgingly get up and drag your body to it and get those 8 hours out the way, and the whole time you're there, you're like, I can't wait till I can get home. And then when you get home, you're just like, good. And then the weekend flies by, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe the weekend flew by so quickly. And I used to be there, and I was actually at the time working in my gifts and talents as a teacher. God had cultivated me and trained me to be a teacher. But after a while, it began to get stagnant. So sometimes we have to realize in our salvation walk that it has hills and valleys, it has turns, it has shifts, it has seasons. And so sometimes the thing that we have been doing the longest, or the thing we have gotten comfortable in, even though it might have been utilizing our talents and gifts, in that season, the season has changed. So now my talents are gifts, and my gifts are teaching and encouraging, and all these things are not so much being utilized for children anymore, but for adults. That's how come I had to go get certified to be a life coach. I had to follow the season. I had to follow what God was showing me. I had to follow my heart, follow my passion. So what is God telling you? Some of you are in, you're in this season and you see change and you feel like something's supposed to change, and you see that something's supposed to change, but you're so comfortable and you're kind of confused because you're like, well, God, you gave me this. You put me in this place, or you put me in this job. But what we have to understand is that there's a season for everything. Just like there's a season for certain people to be in your life and certain people to leave your life. The same people that were in my life 10 years ago, 5 years ago, are not the ones that are in my life now, because sometimes we have to align and we have to elevate to the new thing that God is doing. So God switches out the people, switches out the season, switches out the mindset, switches out the desire. So your gifts and talents are your gifts and talents, but how they're utilized, we have to move and live and have our being in spirit, and we have to be comfortable and being malleable and being able to shift and move and flow. So, what is your season telling you? Work out your own salvation. Your own salvation, because if you continue on in the thing that makes you comfortable, when you know that your spirit is moving you beyond to something different, you're going to ruin yourself eventually. You're going to harm yourself. You're going to lose yourself. And that's the opposite of preserving your life. Like we said, I was looking down in my journal, because I journaled some of this morning. And so I was making sure I said everything I was supposed to say. Even though I don't have any talking points, it was just the 2 points that I wanted to make. And that is, what hurts you. Stop doing what hurts you and start doing what heals you. And working out your own salvation with fear and trembling. But not fear and trembling that God's going to get you because you was being bad, or because you went to a party, or blah, 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 blah. We're not talking from a sin consciousness. We're talking from life, from spirit, from waking up in the morning, from opening your eyes, from being grateful and saying, God, I'm so grateful for my life. What you got for me to do now? I'm so grateful for my life because you're the master planner and I get to co-create with you. You love me so much, you want me to co-create with you. So what we got going on, God? Lead me to the steps that, what's the new thing? What's the new season? What am I supposed to be creating? Who am I supposed to be helping? How am I supposed to get bliss out of this? Those great, wonderful things that God has given us. Abundant life, abundant health, abundant wealth, abundant love. It all stems from love anyway. So let your love light shine, okay? I want you to have a fantastic Friday. Yay, it's Friday! Yay! I don't know what I'm cheering for. I work every day. But I love what I do. So that makes a difference. But even I have to have a break from what I'm doing. I have to follow my bliss just day from day. Yes, I'm a life coach, but I still have things that make me blissful outside of coaching. And I follow those things like dancing. Yesterday was International Dance Day. So I posted on my Facebook newsfeed. I was like, Janet Jackson, I love her. I love her. I love dance. I love all of it. So get up and follow your bliss today. Maybe take a day off from work and just sit before God and quiet and say, God, what you got for me? What's this new thing? Why am I feeling the shift? Why am I feeling I shouldn't be here anymore? What's the plan to take me off my job eventually? What's the new thing we're doing? Who's the new person you got for me to inspire? What's the new business you want me to make? What's the new me you want me to reinvent? What we got going on, God? See, if you look at the day like that, it becomes a wonder, right? It becomes like, this is a great day because I don't even know what's going to happen in it, but I'm going to move in it. That is part of creating, working out your salvation, right? Because who wants to go to the grave? That's when you be fearful that you haven't done everything that you were supposed to do, that you haven't created all the things you were supposed to create, that you haven't utilized the gift of your life to its fullest capacity. Who wants to go to the grave with that? That's where the fear and trembling comes in. Not because I'm scared of God, because I'm disappointed in me. It's like, dang, God gave me all this wonderful life, and I kind of just did not utilize it to the best of my ability. Who wants to do that? Nobody. I don't, and you don't. So, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. And I love you. Have a fantastic Friday. And that's it. Day 30 of the live challenge. But I'll see you tomorrow on the next 30-day live challenge. I love you. If you need help in any area of your life and coaching, I am here for you. I'm certified. I'm a spirit-led coach, spiritual principles, books, wisdom, meditation, affirmations, all kind of groovy exercises. Hey, get your hippie on. Like I said, if you need help, click the link, or no, I'm on IG. Go on my bio, click the link, and schedule your 30 minutes of free consultation. We get to dialogue for 30 minutes to see if we're a good fit for each other. Isn't that great of me? For free. You can't beat that. There's still room in the Ready, Set, Love Confidence in Dating course. So if you need some confidence to go along with that dating and romantic life, if you need a little bit of introspection, a little bit of guidance, a little bit of cheerleading, that's what coaches do. Get in there. Get in that huddle, girl. Stop it. Stop it. Drop that one. Go sit in quiet. Get in your corner. Anyway, sign up for class if that is you. Over 40. That class is for over 40. But if you just need general coaching, that's any age. And you can, again, click on the link in my bio. I love you guys. On Facebook, because I am going to upload this to Facebook. It'll be up in the title as usual. So I love you. Have a fantastic Friday. Again, I'm really leaving this time. Bye-bye. Bye.